Today we are having a very exciting session. We are talking about financial health, and we have the perfect speaker for this kind of session, Mr. Charles Amulavu. He's a gentleman who has been in the banking sector for many, many years, risen to the level of general manager and beyond, and has helped many people to have what we would call financial health. And he's going to talk to us. And for me, unfortunately, our speaker, the one who was to give a testimony, is having a bit of a challenge. But if she joins us, then we'll also incorporate her to give a testimony. But for now, we are going to invite Mr. Amulavu, who is also a very senior leader in our company, to just basically share with us. So, Bwana Amulavu, you can take it away.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Fred. As Fred has said, my name is Charles Amulavu Masheti, and I'm always very excited to talk about this wonderful opportunity involving money. And today we have a very interesting session that I'm also very excited to talk about, because I've encountered and handled money in different capacities for many years. In terms of background, I am a seasoned banker. I'm married to a wonderful lady called Margaret. And between us, we have 2 children who are now actually young adults. And when this wonderful opportunity came my way, I was working in the banking world, and I have over 25 years experience in both commercial and investment banking. And so even when I was requested to talk about financial health, I was very happy, because this is something I've done for so many years. And as Fred said, I rose through the ranks in the financial sector to levels like general manager. And for over 25 years, I helped people manage their money. I helped people build small businesses. I helped people do all sorts of things and improve their lives through the banking and investment sector. And later on, after working there for a long time, I decided to give back to society. And so I moved out of the finance world and went into the development world, where I was the deputy country head of an NGO that was dealing with youth and women empowerment. And I've done that for a while, just empowering especially youth and women from vulnerable backgrounds and getting them to have hope by just empowering them with skills and opportunities to be able to make a living. Then in the process of that, I was also requested by the board of a famous school, Starehe Boys Center, to run the school as the director. And I did that for a number of years. A school that I cherish, that I went through, and I was very excited to help, those bright but poor boys be able to go through school by raising funds, by managing stakeholders, by just getting the whole setup to work for them so that they can be able to be somebody in this life. And so without going into very many other details, I want us to start our session. And today we want to link health and wealth, because when one of them is not sufficient or is not good enough, then it affects the other side. And so they say that you are as healthy as you are as wealthy as you are healthy. And so as you manage your health, you also need to manage your wealth so that none of them bring stress to the other. And so today we will run through a few ideas and some things that I've gone through my experience in the financial sector. And then we can see how we can be able to support you to be able to manage and become both wealthy and healthy. And so, just like you and me, I'm very sure those of you on this call today have very many dreams. Some of you, your goal is to have a very healthy family. Some of you are, and many of you, I'm sure, have a dream of making that extra income. Some have a dream of achieving, getting degrees. Like for me, I have 2 of them. Getting a good car, traveling the world, or just having a very nice home. And all these things are achievable if you manage to balance your health and your wealth, because the 2 of them link together. And they are, in my experience, I've seen that there are several things that affect your ability to achieve optimal health. And I've only narrowed into about 5 of them. And out of those 5, I will then focus on the finances. So lack of proper diet is one of the things that makes it difficult for us to achieve optimal health. And you and me know that many of us eat things or take diets that we know are not even good for us. And some of us don't bother at all about what we put in our mouth. No wonder a certain famous doctor said that we dig our graves with spoons and knives, and with forks and knives, because of the things that we put into our bodies. The second one is lack of finances. This can affect your optimal health, and we will be looking at how finances can affect your health, and then how you can remedy this to make sure that you live a good, healthy life. Stress is another one that will affect your optimal health. Lack of time. Our very busy schedules. I remember when I was in the banking world, I had very little time for myself, for my family, because the work was so much, and a lot of times for you to achieve the target for you and the family. And then again, living in a toxic environment, so that there are certain gases that are released in the air, pollution, chemicals and metals that go into the rivers, and the fertilizers and other things that are used that deliver harmful things to our bodies. And so, one thing I have seen is that chronic health issues, financial freedom, and when you add this to mind-body connection, you are able to relate why and how disease and finances are related. Because if you have chronic health issues, they affect your ability to be able to generate the finances. And if you have a challenge with finances, then a lot of times it will affect your ability to take care of your health. And we have seen that money problems can have negative effects on your health. And I'm sure many of you who are on this call will agree with me that money problems can have a negative effect on your health. Now, let's see what happens here. Now, when we look at the 7 surprising ways your finances are affected with your health, and I told you I'll keep on linking health and finance. Number 1, you find that people with raised diastolic blood pressure will have a challenge with finances most of the time. A study was done in 2003 at Northwestern University, and it revealed that adults between 24 and 32 who had high debt also had high diastolic blood pressure. Now, if you look at this age, this is an age, actually these are still youth. These are vibrant youth who are supposed to be very healthy and vibrant in their health. But the money issue, when it comes in a negative way, then it also negatively affects their health. A very interesting study indeed. Then we also find that the second one, greater muscle tension. Muscle tension, including back pain, was reported in over half of those who had high debts, those who had stress and high debt. In addition, 45 migraines and other headaches. Now compared to just 15% without debt stress. So you can see that debt stress then increases challenges in our health, because things like migraines and other things have been linked to debt stress. Now, what are the other areas that finances affect our health? Worsened digestive system symptoms. The digestive system, as you know, the gut, is actually central to our health. And when under heavy financial stress, many don't follow regular eating habits, and healthy food may not even be accessible or affordable. And therefore, we find that 27% with high debt and stress reported high ulcers and other digestive tract problems, compared to just 8% who are healthy and normal. So you can see that issues when you have financial stress, and we have seen this with people around us, it then goes on to affect our health. The fourth one is avoidance of the doctor. And here we find that most people have trouble paying their medical bills. And the COVID pandemic did not make it better for us, because inhibiting many from seeking medical help, even when needed. People either consider skipping or have skipped going to doctors because of their inability to pay bills. And you and I know that medical bills are among the highest bills that one can incur. So it's easy to fall into a cycle of debt, poor health, and then more debt. Because when you're in debt and you're stressed and you are not seeking attention, the necessary attention, then you'll get even more sick and you'll be stressed because you need more finances to be able to manage the health. So again, it goes around linking finances to our health. Then we have depression. If you have a lot of debt, or if you just lost a job, things can turn pretty bleak pretty quickly. Feelings of despair are very common. And we have seen quite a number of our friends, our relatives, people that we know who lost jobs or their livelihood opportunities through the COVID pandemic. And I'm sure you have seen that many of them got very stressed. Most of them, we had cases of people even committing suicide, people doing all sorts of crazy things just because they no longer have that ability to engage and get income. Then number 6 is anxiety. Feelings of anxiety and panic caused by finances can be a catalyst for an all-round and healthy lifestyle. And what has been seen from studies is that 55% of adults in lower income households say they handle stress through unhealthy things like being sedentary, just sitting in one place, and healthy habits such as just sitting and watching TV, drinking alcohol, smoking, and the other bad thing called stress eating, where you just keep on eating and hoping that it will help you to relax. The uncertainty of being able to pay bills keeps many people in a state of panic and fear. And so again, you see, inadequate finances, again, bring in stress that affects our health. Now, what happens? Number 7, we have shame. People are embarrassed to admit that they have debt. And I'm sure you have seen people around you who you can clearly see are very challenged. And they would feel judged if family or friends found out. So people try to hide. There are people who leave their houses early in the morning, dress up, and go to town looking like they are going to work. And then they go and just walk around until evening, then they come back home. The shame associated with poor financial standing can lead to isolation, which is often beginning stages of serious mental illness. Now you can see that finances or lack of it, challenges in finances go in a long way to affect our health. And so we want to look at then what can we do? Now look at what stress causes. I've just highlighted one of the challenges and picked the many challenges that stress does to our bodies. We have high cholesterol and higher percentage of fatty acids in our blood, which is very dangerous. Then we have faster breathing and heartbeat. And you know, when the heart rate increases beyond the normal, it can then trigger other challenges. We have the body creates more blood sugars for quick energy, trying to resuscitate itself and keep itself healthy. And then we have increased stomach acids. And that's where you start hearing about things like ulcers and such things. Protein synthesis and production is decreased. And you know, protein plays a very major role in repairing and replacing our muscles. Then we have poor digestion. Again, when you have poor digestion, then it means that the food that you eat will not be properly utilized, and you'll extract very little benefit out of that food. And then we have increased cases of blood clotting and increased blood pressure. You can see the challenges that stress brings. And as we have seen in the slides before, stress is brought about a lot by challenges in finances. So what do we then do? What happens is that we then need to look at how are we supposed to live. Now, a healthy lifestyle is supposed to enable you to live a very vibrant life until old age, when you just die out. But because of increased stresses, reduced sleep, reduced exercises, increased weight, obesity, and such things, we find that then people that these are things that are not good for us. So what happens? We take too much protein, especially a lot of people love red meat, which is not a very good source of protein. We then take very little fruits, and whole grains are things that many people don't take because they are normally not as sweet as the sugars and the fats that we are used to. And so how can we correct this? We have a company called Neolife that delivers a very good opportunity that has products that have been proven for more than 60 years. A product called Pro Vitality can sort out your healthy eating habits. And what does this product do? It delivers about you have a product called carotenoid complex that enhances your immunity by over 37% in just 20 days. And then you have omega-3 salmon oil, fish oil, that does a lot of things, including giving you a healthy brain, and also sorts out your blood vessels. So you end up with abundant energy, powerful antioxidant protection, lifelong heart health, optimum immune strength, healthy brain function, flexible, healthy joints, clear vision, youthful hair and skin, and I'm sure many of us hear this, and lifelong cellular health. So you can see, in terms of sorting out the food, we have an opportunity that can deliver this. And I would urge any guests who are on this call today to talk to the people, get in touch with the person who invited you to give you more details about the many health and other products that we have in this wonderful opportunity. Now, how do we improve our financial situation? And I can assure you, having dealt with a lot of people within the financial, when I was working in the financial world, I know that it is possible to sort out financial challenges. So it is important that we follow these few basic things that I've put together, and then link up with this wonderful company called Neolife to be able to pick the nice healthy products that will also deliver good health. So I've put together a few things out of my experience that will help us improve our finances so that we can have a good, healthy financial situation backed by a healthy lifestyle. So read books, my recommendation. Read books about personal finances. And we have plenty of these books. Pick any and read. Then the other thing is start budgeting. Many of us use money that we get without budgeting. We start asking ourselves where the money went, and yet we never planned for how we will use the money. So start budgeting if you are not budgeting. The other thing is go on a spending fast. Manage your spending arrangements. Spend less, and also make sure that as you get money, you clear your debts so that they don't pull you down. The other aspect is that it is important to start saving. And saving, from my experience, a good saving is not about how much you save, but your consistency and your ability to maintain these savings for a long time. So that consistency is more important than how much you put in. When you're consistent, you will build a good savings that will take care of you even as you go into the future. Then get into investments, become an investor. Look for opportunities that will help you convert your savings into investments, investing in assets that will continue giving you income for a long time to come. Then don't forget to look at the necessary insurance that you need to be able to cover the important aspects of your life and the things that you have. Again, make sure you're also taking care of your retirement by saving for your retirement as part of the things that you do. And then the other thing is you need to find additional sources of income, because it is said that having multiple streams of income also helps in delivering that financial freedom that we are really looking for. Now, in summary, I've put together a few principles that are very critical in terms of giving you financial health and managing your money. And if you are able to maintain this financial health and then link up with a healthy lifestyle, you can be sure that you are going to live a very healthy, financially free life in the days to come. Now, first and foremost, I recommend that you save at least 10% of all that you earn for an investment fund for the future. And 10% is the minimum. you can save more. But as I said earlier, that consistency is the important thing. Make sure whatever income you get, save 10% out of it, and you will be heading towards your financial well-being. Secondly, learn to live on 90% or less of your income. In other words, live below your means. Don't spend more than you earn. These are some of the things that I have learned through my experience in the financial world and just supporting people and helping them to know how to live a better financially healthy lifestyle. Then create and follow a budget. Always prepare a budget and follow it before. Don't ever spend money before you prepare a budget. And when you prepare a budget, then make sure you follow it. It will help you in managing your financial health. Again, track your spending. This is the other area that many people never realize. They get what we call leakages. You have money in your hands, and then you don't monitor your spending, and so you go spending in things that are not budgeted for, things that can be done later, things that can be spread, and before you know it, you have spent the money before you even do something useful. So track your spending, and I always recommend that do this on a weekly basis, so that by the end of the week, if there is a place you've gone wrong, you have time to rectify and get back on track. Fifthly, invest your accumulated capital. So as you save, remember you don't want to leave your money in savings. As it grows, move that money into an investment. And I always recommend that you invest your accumulated capital into projects that will provide a safe, steady income, and always take care of the power of compounding of interest. As I interacted in the investment banking area, I always used to tell people, and I still tell you even now, that the power of compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. We know there are 7 wonders, but compounding, the power of compounding, I call it the 8th wonder. If you are able to lock into investment arrangements that compound the interest that you earn, you'll realize that you can grow money at a very fast pace over a short period in a very safe and secure environment. And you can talk to your financial advisor, or we can be able to advise you on areas that you can be able to pick to deliver this. Number 6, invest only in areas in which you have expertise or with people who are experienced and who are trusted. So again, as you go out to invest, don't just run with people. I have seen people losing their hard-earned savings to schemes that looked very lucrative. And some of them looked very genuine. I will not name names, but right now there are people who are crying about some companies that have put them in schemes, investment schemes that were not correct. So make sure that either you are going into an area that you have expertise on, or rely on a person who is experienced and who is trusted to be able to guide you in this area, because you don't want to lose your hard-earned savings. The other thing that is important as you build your financial health, build an emergency fund, and this can be built gradually. A good emergency fund should be able to cover at least 6 months of your monthly expenditure. So look at how much you spend on a monthly basis, and that then becomes a 1/6 of your emergency fund. So build that to 6 times. In other words, you should be able to run for a minimum of 6 months on an emergency fund when you have no source of income coming in. Because that emergency fund comes in and covers you. And you can build, 6 months is a minimum. You can build an even higher level of emergency fund. And finally, always keep working on various ways and means of increasing your income. We talked about multiple streams of income, and then taking care of the streams that are already giving you income. Now, because of where we are and the things that we do, I have interacted with very many different areas and opportunities that can deliver income to you. And I will mention one of them. One of the very sure streams of income that you can be sure of. If you link up with this, you'll always be able to earn income, and you will earn it in perpetuity. And this is multi-level marketing. Now, what is the benefit of multi-level marketing or network marketing? Again, I'm talking from my experience in the banking world, where we dealt with companies and people who went into ventures that had a lot of challenges. But network marketing delivers low risk. So you are able to be sure that most or all the money that you invest in there will always come back, and it will give you more. And then it has a low capital startup. So it becomes a very good avenue to be able to make your extra income. And there are no overheads, because overheads are not absorbed that you link up with. For example, you can link up to Neolife. Neolife takes care of all the overheads and administration and allows you to partner with them as a distributor, and then you're able to build your own business. Working, you can work part-time or full-time. For me, I have done this network marketing business through Neolife on a part-time basis for most of the time that I have been working. And you can work from anywhere. Right now, I'm talking to you from wherever you are, and yet I'm presenting from my house. So it is possible for you to work from anywhere and wherever you go. Recently, we visited South Africa, a town called Bloemfontein. And as we were there, we were still doing our business, even though we were very far from home. That's how portable this business is. And then you get residual income. The work that you do today will pay you many years to come. And then you have more family time, something that I really enjoyed when I came into this wonderful opportunity. Now, I've just summarized how Neolife works, and what I would urge all the guests that are on the call today, kindly get in touch with the person who invited you on the call to give you more details of how you can link up and how this business opportunity can benefit you as a source of financial freedom and financial well-being. And as you see, you can link up, and all you need to do is use some of the products and share some of them with people. And as people buy products from you, because you get them at a wholesale, you'll make profits. And then the company rewards you with bonuses for volumes of products that you move. And you can then bring in friends and relatives and other people who want to also come and benefit like you. And you get to build a team who together with, you are able to benefit through them getting their bonuses and their profits. And then you continue building a business that continues to increase your income as time goes. And we have a lot of benefits out of this opportunity, like personal growth, leadership development. Just last week, we had a group of people who came from the whole of East Africa and were congregated at a very famous hotel called Windsor Golf and Country Club, where they were taken through a leadership school. We get international travel. we are able to retire healthy and active. And then you build long-lasting relationships and continue to earn residual income. So if you are a guest in this call, please get in touch with the person who invited you so that they can give you more details of how you can link up and get this to work for you. And what I want you to do is to take control of your life. And as we said at the beginning, we want to help you become both financially healthy and also healthy in your body. And this is possible through the steps that I have been able to take you through today. I hope you have been able to learn something, and I hope that you are going to take some of the things that I've talked about here and take them and apply them so that I'll be meeting with you and I'll find you both financially and healthy in your bodies. Thank you very much. I want to take it back to Fred at this point.
Wow, 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 Mr. Amulavu. That was amazing, amazing, amazing. Very powerful presentation. Very well done. We really owe you a lot. We've learned a lot. And I'm sure everybody on the call has gotten a takeaway from it. We truly, truly appreciate you. Now, our guest speaker, or rather, the other guest speaker that we had has a challenge. She was not able to Zoom in. She's still in Kitengela area, and they've not had power since yesterday, so she's not able to get on board. The hotel industry. And this opportunity of Neolife found me when I was a receptionist. And I applied most of the principles that Bwana Amulavu has talked about. I wish I'd applied everything, but I applied most of it. Getting into a saving program. And I can tell you one of the benefits of having some extra income from Neolife is that you survive on your full-time pay, but you have something else coming in on the side. And that enables you to save more. I was able to do a lot of savings to a point whereby I was able to be number one in the welfare of the whole place where I was working at. And it reached a point where I could not even take a loan because it would clear all the reserves of the welfare. It was not a big welfare. But I was able to get the benefits of saving. I went on to retire into the business. And what Mr. Amulavu says, having a 6 months safety net as far as your finances are concerned is very, very important. It enabled me to retire into the business. And the benefits are so, so amazing. With Neolife, you'll be able to travel, you'll be able to enjoy life. You also are able to live a healthy life. My parents, when I joined Neolife, had ulcers. My dad had ulcers. My mom had high blood pressure. They used the products of Neolife, and we were able to deal with those problems or those health challenges. And those health challenges had consumed a lot of our money in the family. I remember my dad selling off his car just to pay bills at MP Shah Hospital. So what Amulavu says about health being a very, very expensive exercise that can actually take you to financial ruin is actually very, very true. Because we had to sell off our assets just to pay off the bills in the hospital. But this challenge that my dad had of ulcers was sorted out by the products of Neolife. My mom's high blood pressure was sorted out by the products of Neolife. We saved a lot of money because of using the Neolife products that we would otherwise have spent in the hospitals of this country. So if you're here and you're a guest and you're wondering, okay, so where do I fit in? You have a choice. You can decide to talk to the person who invited you and tell him, I want to become financially free. I want to get an extra income. That person will be able to help you to partner with Neolife, and you can start your journey to developing an extra additional stream of income. Or you can decide you may not want to do the business part of it, but you want to access the products of Neolife so that you can live a longer, healthier life. Probably where you are working, you're making good money, and you feel that that money is good enough for you, then invest in the products of Neolife. They will be able to keep you healthy. And at the end of the day, you're going to make a lot of savings in terms of medical bills. You also get to save a lot even on the home care products because they last a very, very long time and they actually do so many things in the house. They replace so many other cleaning products that would otherwise have to buy. So that is it on our side. It was great chatting with you guys. For our guests, talk to the person who invited you. And I know you'll be able to come to a conclusion. You'll be able to take some action. You'll make this meeting worthwhile for you. Don't just file it and say, oh, that was a good meeting, but take some action. Decide what you want to do and go for it. Otherwise, it was great having you on board. Thank you so much, Charles, for the session that you did for us. We truly, truly appreciate it. And we'll see you again next Sunday when we'll be discussing in another area of health. The main aim being how to live a longer, healthier life. And as usual, our motto is to make the world a healthier and a happier place. Thank you all.